avoiding punting to him back in his
Zach Thomas feels like a Hall of Famer, but is he the former Dolphin?
Yeah, the Dolphins linebacker. He's a very good player. Andre Johnson in his prime was excellent.
He was.
All these guys obviously.
Patrick
in their prime.
Willis. Patrick Willis, though, how long did he play? Out of Ole Miss, number 11 pick, Niners. Boy, he wrecked.
Yeah, he was a wrecking ball. Darren Woodson, didn't he? Super Bowl, didn't he have a pick six back in the day?
To me, the obvious ones: Joe Thomas, Revis, Freeney are Hall of Famers. To me, Freeney was a top 3 pass rusher for 10 years.
Yeah, a decade.
I always felt like it's the 10-year rule. Like, I never understood, and maybe revisionist history. Jim Rice, the baseball player. So when I was growing up, high school, college, Fred Lynn and Jim Rice were the Red Sox. But Rice, to me, Reggie Jackson was the home run king in the American League on the left side, A's, Yankees, Jim Rice on the right side. And apparently Jim Rice didn't get along with the media great. And for years and years, like, Jim Rice didn't get into the Hall of Fame. Like, to me, if you are anything great for 10 years, a decade of good. Steve Garvey was the best fielding first baseman for a decade. He was a great clutch hitter. I think he got, like, playoff MVPs. Steve Garvey's not, and Jim Rice, there's this pushback. I'm like, Steve Garvey for 10 to 12 years was the best fielding and a power-hitting first baseman, corner infielder. Jim Rice was a monster.
Yeah.
Not just because of Fenway. So Hall of Fames are weird to me. I always go, football, maybe it's an 8-year rule because of the violence. But in like 10 years of dominance at something, if you're top 2 or 3 in something, you feel like a Hall of Famer.
But you made a good point there. The media has a big say in this stuff. If you play well with the media, they like you. Colin, there's a lot of people that should be writing about this show, but we don't necessarily play well with the media, even though the numbers are great.
Do we have to?
People have no clue about some of that stuff.
Well, let's not talk about us.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about the NFL. I'm guarantee you some of those guys did not play well with the media, and they're going to get shafted when it comes time to vote.
To me, here's the other thing about Hall of Fames. If you have to think about it, you're probably not.
Okay, the quintessential.
Joe Thomas, Dwight Freeney, Darrell Revis. If you don't think they're a Hall of Famer, you just don't watch football.
They were the best at their position.
For a top 2 at their position for a decade.
Okay, so this is where it gets complicated. He's not on the list, but he's going to be coming up here in a few years. Eli Manning was never, ever a top 3 quarterback in the NFL, ever. But we can agree on that. I don't even know if he was top 5.
Okay, you're right, but here's my argument.
I know, yeah.
Can you tell the story of the NFL without Eli Manning? Hell no. He beat Brady and Belichick on 2 of the greatest throws in league history in crisis. The David Tyree and Mario Manningham throw. Now, Tyree may be luck, but it is what it is. The Manningham throw goes down as arguably Big Ben to Santonio Holmes was a great all-time throw in the Super Bowl.
City, yep.
Okay. Manningham, Eli Manning, it had to be fit into a bread box. It is one of the great throws in the history of Super Bowls. Yeah. I don't know.
He's a Hall of Fame. No, he is. I know, but I understand the pushback. So we would agree he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, I think Eli is.
Have to.
You can't beat Brady and Belichick.
Twice.
And as an underdog twice.
And one of them, the Patriots were undefeated. And one of the greatest teams ever.
And it was your throw in both games that changed it.
Yeah.
That's absolutely a Hall of Fame.
Agreed.
J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd
So
Line
Patrick
News.
Willis played, my staff says 8 years. He feels like not. I have to think about it. So he doesn't. If he played 11, I may go for. But I had to ask on Patrick Willis, so he ends up being super talented, very good, not a Hall of Famer to me.
Yeah. Ray Lewis. You say Ray Lewis.
Hall of Fame.
Automatic lock. Patrick Willis, really, really good. Maybe, probably, right? One of those?
I mean, how many guys do we have playing right now? Think about this that are Hall of Famers. So let me think about it. Myles Garrett, Aaron
the
Donald.
linebacker position has been diminished considerably.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as
versus
much.
15
Like Myles Garrett, Hall of Famer.
He's on the track. T.J. Watt on the track, certainly.
Yeah.
I mean,
J.J. Watt probably gets in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Aaron Donald gets in.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers gets in. Brady gets in.
All right, let's give a guy you want to trade. Jalen Ramsey of the Rams. He basically led Jacksonville to the AFC Championship.
Nope.
I'm with you. I don't think he's there. He's no Revis.
Mahomes, Nick Wright had him in by his second year.
Come on. Mahomes is a lock, yeah.
Well, you got to give me one more. How many years he played? 6? Come on now.
What does he have? MVP, Super Bowl MVP? Come on. He's a lock. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's played like an hour. You guys. If
Mahomes retired tomorrow, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't push back. So yes. We got some Hall
Who's a medium guy that?
Well, let's not mention medium guys. Matt Ryan.
There you go.
Let's not pick on. Let's not do that.
He won an MVP
Let's
award.
talk positively. It's my birthday. Let's be positive today.
How many times are you going to wedge in? It's your birthday. In a 3 hour show?
So let's talk about the guys that absolutely get in. Gronk will get in. So let's right now just Travis Kelce. Oh, absolutely.
I got one.
Travis Kelce's absolutely a Hall of Famer.
He's a lock. Russell Wilson.
I'm not going to get into that.
What do you mean you're not going to get into it? He has a Super Bowl ring.
It's very close. If he turns around Denver in the next 2 years and gives me good seasons, he's in.
Who had a better career, Russell Wilson so far or Eli Manning? I wonder if I'm the only one who detects a lot of disdain when you say Jets. You say it in a manner that's so negative. But, hey, I get it. We stink.
Am I being negative? I'm sorry.
A little bit. But we got some good news right out of the gate here, Colin. DeMar Hamlin's recovery.
Amazing.
Really, amazing is the perfect word. The breathing tube has been removed, the Bills announced, and Hamlin is speaking to his family members and care team. He was also able to FaceTime his teammates and coaches, and he told them, love you, boys. This is just great news on a Friday. Outstanding.
Think about how sad the news was Monday night and how uplifting it is today. We talk about this all the time. One of the great virtues in this entire process has been his youth. These guys, these pro athletes are in such great shape. They recover. If he is 25 years older, not in shape, and this kind of accident happens, but he's young, he's in great shape. You had immediate medical teams. The NFL got criticized for not canceling fast enough, but the NFL saved his life. First responders on the scene in minutes. The Buffalo Bills team, Cincinnati, amazing support. So this is, the NFL, it's easy to criticize, big and powerful, right? But in the end, their ability to immediately understand the urgency of the moment, get on the field, CPR is part of what saved his life. And it now looks like he's turned, according to the stories this morning, he's turned a corner.
It's awesome news, yeah. The Bills are going to wear a number 3 patch on their jersey this weekend against the Patriots. Boy, that Bills practice today is going to be an exciting one, huh?
I'm
coming off FaceTiming Hamlin and getting excited. Hey, our guy's okay.
I know. I actually thought that. I thought, is Buffalo going to play incredibly emotional, inspired football against New England?
What's the scene at the stadium going to be?
Oh, my Lord. It's going to be incredible.
Exciting. All right, next up, the Cowboys still have a chance to win the NFC East and climb up to the top seed in the NFC. They'll need a little bit of help to get there. Obviously, they would need the Giants' reserves to shock the Eagles. That ain't happening. That being said, Dak Prescott says he's only focusing on what he can control, which is winning against Sam Howell in Washington on Sunday.
We've got to win. The focus first and foremost is win, play well, yes, and build momentum. And if we win the division title, that's not necessarily up to us at this point. We've just got to go win and take care of our business.
Saw a probability chart that said the Dallas is 91% locked in to visit Tampa wild card weekend.
So would you rest starters?
I think you want to keep the continuity going, probably a couple series, maybe a quarter.
Yeah, that's how I feel you attack this weekend, is you go through everything that you would normal week, but I don't want Tony Pollard going into a playoff game. So I'm going to play Tony.
He sat last week, by the way, against the Titans.
Yeah, but I want him in practice this week. Yeah. I want him to have a couple of carries, but I'm not giving him the ball 15 times.
Offensive line has had some injuries. I would definitely bolster the backup so they're getting in there early. And Micah Parsons, nothing can happen to that guy. You need him at full strength next week. By the way, I'm just curious. Cowboys-Tampa, you want to guess the line on that? What do you think it would be? In Tampa, by the way.
Dallas favored by 3.
I think that's about right.
Yeah. Is that it?
I haven't seen one yet because it's not locked in, but that game that's going to be probably we'll see. If the Chargers have to play the Bengals, that might be the best wild card game.
Chargers-Bengals is fantastic.
Aaron Rodgers, Niners. Gosh, next weekend.
I can't wait.
Yes. All right, final story. Pro Football Hall of Fame announced 15 finalists for the class of 2023, highlighted by 3 players with their first year of eligibility. Dwight Freeney.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yep. Darrelle Revis.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Okay. And Joe Thomas.
Oh, he's absolutely.
2 of the 3 have been on this show.
Yeah, no, those are Hall of Famer. Let me look at the list right now.
Jared
I don't
Allen.
want to make any enemies. Freeney is obviously. Thomas is obviously. Darrelle Revis is obviously. Boy, Andre Johnson.
Listen, Devin
Andre,
Hester has to get in. I mean, he's one of the. He has like a ton of return.
Through scout team and all that. But again, that wasn't the course that we went.
I think he could sit for 6 years. He's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. You could see it very early. Herbert, Burrow were forced into activity with bad offensive lines. You knew immediately. Kyler Murray forced into activity. Rookie head coach who just got fired in college. Bad offensive line. You got it. You got it. He doesn't. I don't mean to make it personal. But if it was about sitting, why didn't he get better year 1 to year 2? He's smart.